Okay, here we are, day 5. Today we are going to add the spokes, we'll call them. I don't know if they have an official name or not, but this is a decorative piece. It's not structural. So imagine a piece of wood right here and a piece of wood right here. I'm sure you've seen on the cover photo, I probably have a picture of that. So today we're going to go to Home Depot, get some 2x4s to practice our angles that we're going to need as templates, and then we're going to get some 4x4s because that post right here in the middle is a 6x4. So we're going to get some 4x4s to go up there. Okay, so there's really nothing scientific about this. We're just going to pick an angle that you like, what you think looks good, and we're just going to start by taking a tape measure, going all the way from here down to our corner. And in the corner looks like just over 3 feet, so 3'3". So we're going to go ahead and get 3.5 feet just so that we can cut it and have some spare room. I'm noticing that our bolts are sticking out here too, so I will probably go ahead and cut these off so that there's only a few extra threads out from the nut there so that they won't interfere. Okay, here we are at Home Depot. They have some that are kind of sanded, the edges are rounded, as opposed to these 4x4s. So I'm going to get 2 of these to make it a little easier. Alright, here I am with one of the 2x4s. I just cut it directly in half, so it's 4 feet long. And I noticed that if I just put this end flush up against here, it has a nice appealing angle and comes right down to our corner. We can line it up here. So I just took a pencil and marked where this is going to be. The outside mark is the cut. If I just cut it there, it should be pretty well lined up. So I'll cut a little outside to make sure I don't overcut it at first. So I'm just going to line these cuts up here on our saw and cut just outside the marks. Okay, I cut one. Sorry, it's just me today, so I have to work and video here. So it should be a 90-degree cut here. So I'm just going to line it up on our fence and get our other cut mark and cut that one. All right, as you can see, we just knocked this one out. Now let's go put it up there and see what it looks like. All right, I'm holding it back up here after our rough cut, and you can see that we still need to cut a significant end off of the back. The bottom, actually, my hand is in the way. You can see there that we can have a little gap here already, but if I just slide this to my left, then this slope will push it down and it will be flush again. So I'm going to do that, get this flush, and then mark on the back where I need to do it. Okay, right now I have the board just wedged in place by friction, so we can see this is lined up pretty nicely. This bolt, the bottom one, as you can see, is going to interfere with our wood here, so we're going to end up we're going to take a spade bit and cut into our wood so that we can press it into that instead of trying to cut off that huge piece of metal, which would be much more difficult. Also up here, I think what I'm going to do to mount this is run actually probably this piece of 2x4 that is our template, cut it and run it from here to here lengthwise, flat against here, and then our real 4x4 will go up against it, and then I can nail it into that, because this, if we nail it into our OSB here, it could go through the roof and through the shingles up there, so it'll be a more solid mount that way. So that is going to be the plan. So this piece, even though it'll be our template, when we get the actual piece, it'll be 1.5 inches shorter for the thickness of this 2x4 that will be up there, but we'll worry about that later. All right, this is a quick look into the future. As you can see, a lot more has been done to this. So I have a lot of video piled up and some more episodes to make here, but I need you to like and subscribe to these. As soon as I get to 500 likes, I'll be posting the next one up. So all I ask of you is for a subscription so that I can continue putting out this content. There's no paid download the plans or anything like that. It's all free to you. So please go ahead and subscribe. And as soon as I get to 500, the next episode will be out. Okay, so now that we have our 2x4 template, we can lay it on top of our 4x4 and just trace it out. Cut there, and then the back side too. Alright. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Here is our 4x4. Holding it up here, and our cut is pretty good. Now we can see where the top one is not going to interfere, but the bottom one definitely is. So we're going to have this centered on our post, so our bolt will be right in the center. So we're going to mark how high up that hits, right above our cut line, and we're going to drill that out with a spade bit. Alright, I just kind of marked where we're going to need to go, and got my biggest spade bit. I only have a 1 inch, so I might need to go bigger here, but I'm just going to drill into it at a little more than a 45-degree angle, about the same angle that bolt's going in. Alright, we got a good hole in there. It's fairly deep, but we don't want to go all the way through our wood. Okay, now when we lift this to put it in place, you can see that our bolt is going to go through the hole. It's still not in all the way because it's hitting up here, so we're going to go ahead and cut this shorter. So now it's just a process of going back and forth and fine-tuning this so it's going to fit. But like I said, we're going to put a 2x4 underneath this up here, so I'm going to go ahead and cut an 1.5 inches off right now to give us plenty of room. Okay, now that that's drilled out, we have a great fit. You can see there's still a little gap. It's touching the washer there. I mean, I could clean that out a little bit to get the washer to go in the hole as well, and it would go a little flush. But I mean, if you want to leave it like that, no one's going to see that really, except maybe you if you're looking for it. And now we have a little bit of room. For that 2x4, we're probably going to have to cut a little bit off up there, but I didn't want to cut off too much. Now, while you're still holding this up in place, go ahead and mark up on the ceiling where this beam will connect, because that's where we're going to put the 2x4 scrap. Alright, we're measuring the distance between our two beams here. This is 22 inches. So that is where our 2x4 is going to go. So we're going to cut a 2x4 to that length. Alright, I just want to be clear that the 22-inch one that we are cutting is the one we just used as our template. So we don't need that template anymore. All 4 corners are going to be slightly different. So let's cut this one that we no longer need. Okay, here's our 2x4 in here. I just drilled a couple nails into it on each side to hold it in place. Alright, I'm lifting the first one into place, and as you can see, it doesn't quite clear after I cut some off. So instead of cutting just the same amount off across the whole thing in the top corner that is touching, I'm just going to shave a little wedge out of that so that when it comes up straight, it will still make contact in the back instead of being just loose all around. And I'll give that a shot first. Okay, so what I was trying to explain up there, instead of just trimming off a little more like this, like I normally would, I'm going to just trim at this cut line here, just a little bit here, to get it to clear when we tip it in. Okay, here we are. Shows our little bit of a gap, but it's just pressure tight up against that right now. So I'm just going to put some screws in, a couple around each side just to hold it up there. Again, not structural, and we are gonna finish this roof so it will be covered to down here so you won't see anything up there. Alright, unfortunately my bit for these particular deck screws is stripping, so I can't get them all the way in right now, but yeah, just one of these all the way around is plenty, and I don't even have it attached down here at all, but it's wedged in here, and that bolt head is also helping keep that sturdy, so that's not going to go anywhere. And this is what one up looks like from the outside. So we'll have another one on the other side and 2 more over there eventually. So same thing here, just 3 more of them, and like I said, use different templates because they will be just slightly different. And here's the finished product. Doesn't look too bad. Now I will add this, after saying that each one of these is different and you're going to need a new template for each one, I just went ahead and I made all the different templates, but I just cut them off of the previous one and just did the same angle here, and it ended up working really well. I think they're about evenly spaced. I think it's more even doing it this way than if I would have eyed them on either side. Now I could have measured the distance on the top and cut all the angles based on that, but it's good enough for me. I think it looks good.